Hi everyone, welcome to the Ever-Seeking Empath. I'm a reader who uses tarot, oracle, and charms, and today's reading is what's happening for you behind the scenes. So it's kind of a movie-oriented reading. You can probably tell I've got some movie-related items here on the piles. And I just figured because a lot of the time when we're trying to manifest something or when we're moving towards our goals, there's usually a waiting period where there's not much that we can do to move things forward and we just have to wait for those results to come in. So I figured I would get an overview on what might be happening during this time period. So whether that's what other people are doing around you, what opportunities might be coming your way, or what kind of spiritual help you are receiving. So before we get started, I want to remind everyone that this is a general reading, so not every message might be meant for you, so just take what resonates for your situation and disregard the rest. Also, if you enjoy this video, please like it and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, so that you can see when I've posted new content, and thank you so much to those of you who have already subscribed. So we have 3 piles here today. Pile 1, we have the Sorting Hat from Harry Potter. Pile 2, we have kind of a meditating Rafiki from The Lion King. And pile 3, we have a little book from The Princess Bride. So just let your intuition guide you to a pile. I'm going to put timestamps in the description and in the comments below. And without further ado, we're going to get started with pile number 1. Hi Pile 1, so if you chose the Sorting Hat from Harry Potter, then this is your message. So we're going to start with your tarot and oracle, and then we're going to do your charms at the end. So let's figure out what's happening for you behind the scenes. So for your tarot, you have the Wheel of Fortune, 2 of Wands, and the Knight of Cups. So I definitely feel with this Wheel of Fortune that destiny is coming into play for you. I feel like you might be waiting for like your big break in some way, and I feel like you're trying to kind of plan ahead and figure out like what route to take or what steps you need to take to move forward with something. But I definitely feel like you have something destined coming your way, because the Wheel of Fortune often has to do with destiny and divine timing. And then with the Knight of Cups here, I feel like you've got an opportunity coming your way that's going to present itself to you. So whether this is like a romantic offer from somebody coming in, like you're going to meet somebody out of nowhere, or if this is something like career oriented or a goal you have in mind, just something is going to come out of nowhere and it's going to feel like something that really like aligns with your soul. Like it's just going to feel like it's meant for you. But I want to get your oracle cards to see some more information. So you have impasse, reflect and redirect your energy. So with this, I feel like you might feel like you've hit a brick wall, like you've been at it for a while, you've been trying to move towards something and you just feel like you're getting nowhere. So this is telling you to just kind of take a step back, reflect on what you're trying to achieve, and just redirect your energy. Because I feel like with this, I think the universe is kind of blocking you from whatever this opportunity is that you've been trying to move towards, because there's something better out there. And that's how I think that Wheel of Fortune is coming into play, but it's just going to take a little bit more time. You have Come Together, number 8. So I feel like many of you might be trying to manifest some kind of romance with somebody. You might want like a romantic relationship, or you're trying to just get together with someone. And so you might be feeling like you're being redirected away from a certain person, or you're trying to force it to happen too quickly or something. But I feel like many of you, it's just you're wanting to get together with somebody. So I think this is telling you that you will get together with someone. You are going to either meet the right person or get together with the person that you've been wanting to meet up with. But you just have to kind of release and let go of trying to control how that will happen. Like every step isn't going to be within your control. I think you can take a few steps forward, but then once you hit this roadblock here in this impasse card, then you just have to reflect, redirect your energy, and just allow things to come together as they're meant to. So at that point, you might have to just be okay with releasing a lot more control. Yeah, you have Time Machine, number 3. So that often makes me think of divine timing. And You might be kind of going over things in your head from the past and wishing that you had a time machine to go back and correct things that you feel like you screwed up, or just feeling like, timing has never been your strong suit and things just, maybe you've missed opportunities in the past because you were too slow to go towards them, and now you're trying to move towards something and you just feel like it's getting blocked. So just know that timing will be working in your favor, but you might have to release the control over it, because I really think that that's going to be where you have the least amount of control, is the timing as to when this thing will happen. You have endless possibilities, number 38. So I think if you're feeling limited, like you can only move towards one goal or one person, this is telling you have a lot more opportunities and possibilities than you thought you did. Some of you might be kind of feeling like you don't have what it takes to manifest your ideal person, so you're trying to really get together with someone you already know, or like get together with someone that you just feel like likes you, that they're into you, so you want to get together with them. Maybe you're feeling like you're not going to get any better offers, but this is saying make sure that you're dreaming big and that you don't think small and only accept what's right in front of you if it doesn't resonate with you, if that makes sense. Like, just make sure that you're not settling, because you have a lot more possibilities than you think. You just have to kind of expect those better possibilities to come your way. You have Woot Woot, number 43. So this deck is kind of goofy because it's got all these just phrases, so you kind of just have to figure out what the phrases make you think of. And this one just makes me think of celebration. Like, it's just about things really working out well and just being excited about each milestone you hit. So I feel like this is saying that you're going to have something to look forward to. You're having something that excites you coming into your life. And then you have brand spanking new, number 9. So you've got a new beginning here for sure. I think this might be a brand spanking new person, a brand new opportunity, just something that you did not expect to come your way. So I feel like I'm just getting that for some of you, this might be like an ex or somebody that you really never got like a relationship off the ground with them, and they're coming back, and you've kind of had that in the back of your mind that you've wanted that to move forward, but it never went anywhere. And so that might be something that you're going to have some new energy come into a relationship that you feel like died. But for many of you, I think this is going to be something you didn't expect, that you've never experienced before. It's just going to be really fresh and exciting. You have surrender to the divine, full moon. So that's very much what I feel like your pile is about, is that you've got a lot of divine intervention here. I think the universe is working with you to manifest what you want, but it's just not going to come in the way that you expect it or in the timing that you had hoped for. And so you just have to release your control and your grip on that, because I think if you try to control it, you're probably going to end up with something that you didn't really want, that's not the best for you. But if you surrender it and just allow, do the work that you need to do to kind of try to manifest it, but then release the outcome, and whatever does come in is going to be way better than anything that you could have imagined. So that's really what I feel like your pile is about, is just knowing that the best is coming to you. You don't have to settle for less than the best. And then you have release, number 27. So yeah, again, releasing control over things. I think many of you might have to release past situations that didn't work out, or past people who aren't right for you. And you just have to allow the best thing for you to come in. Because I think a lot of the time when we want a specific outcome badly enough, it just kind of strangles that energy and makes it so that the right thing for us cannot come in. It makes it a lot harder for us to see the opportunity as it comes in. And I think a lot of the time it's showing the universe that you don't trust it to bring in what's right for you. You have number 45, new directions. So this always makes me think of making a wish too, because it's these dandelions, and these people are kind of getting off of this hot air balloon made of a dandelion and grabbing onto the little seeds and floating off into the distance. So I feel like, yeah, you're definitely moving in a new direction. I think you, again, have tons of possibilities coming towards you. And I think you're going to have your pick of great people, great opportunities, and you're going to be able to find something that is really right for you. It's going to just feel good to you. You're not going to be second guessing it. And I think you're going to be excited by whatever these things are that are coming in. This also, with the dandelion, that makes me think that you might be like making wishes a lot more too, and those wishes are going to be coming true. So if you've been wishing for like the best possible romantic relationship or job for you or something like that, I think whatever comes in is just going to be like beyond what you could have expected. Just like everything that you'd ever kind of imagined could be possible in a person or a job, like, you know, whatever you want that to be, including, I think it's just going to kind of come in like on the wind to you, if that makes sense. It always makes me think of like Mary Poppins coming in on the wind, like that kind of energy where it's just something coming out of nowhere, totally unexpected, not what you thought would happen, not how you thought it would happen. But I think it's really going to leave you feeling good about it. And then you have number 21, family room. So this card always makes me think of comfort for like number one, just feeling good about it, feeling cozy. I think it's just going to feel right to you, you know, because a lot of people, your family room is like the gathering place. It's where you can totally like kind of be yourself and not really have to put on any facade or any air of anything else. You know, you don't have to be proper. You don't have to be acting like a certain way to entertain people or anything like that. So I just feel like, yeah, this is just something that's really going to resonate with your soul. It's going to make you feel the most at home, the most yourself. It's just going to feel right to you. So whether that's a person that you feel like you can be your whole self with, or an opportunity that just feels like it capitalizes on your skills and just feels like it was made for you, I think that's what's coming in towards you. So I am going to get your charms now for more info, and we are using the heart today to figure out what's in the heart of the situation. So hopefully that will provide us with a focus. So group one, what's happening for you behind the scenes? Okay, so yeah, again, I feel like many of you are probably trying to manifest a romantic relationship because you have believe in love in the heart. So I definitely think many of you are kind of losing hope that you're ever going to find the right person for you. You're feeling like, you know, no one's ever going to come in. I've been waiting for so long, you know, and maybe you're starting to lose hope. So this is saying believe in love and believe that you're worthy of the highest level of love, that you don't have to settle for something with somebody abusive or manipulative, obviously, but also you don't have to settle for someone who's a good person but just isn't right for you. You know, you don't have to settle for a relationship where it feels like a struggle to communicate with somebody, or like you just really don't enjoy each other's company that much or anything like that. So just trust that the best is coming to you. So you have kind of a downward turned horseshoe. It kind of landed like this, where it's kind of tilting. So I feel like just know that your luck is changing. That's another meaning of the Wheel of Fortune as well, is that your luck is changing. So when things, you know, go down, they have to come back up again. And I feel like that's kind of where you're at right now, is you're coming back up. So just trust that your luck is changing. You're going to have good luck coming your way. And just kind of keep the faith. That's kind of really what I'm getting. For initials, you have I and you have O. So those could be significant initials for you, but I'm also getting I, like focus on yourself. Make sure that you know what you want. You know, don't do it for anybody else. Don't think about someone else's opinion on the situation. Just make sure it resonates with you. And then O is kind of making me think of just like an exclamation of shock or surprise. Like, oh, like something comes up that you're not going to expect. It's just going to surprise you. I feel like it's just going to kind of come out of nowhere and you're not going to really know where it came from. And then it'll just feel right to you. Like, oh yeah, that's obviously what's meant for me. That kind of energy. You have the manta ray. So that has to do with going with the flow and just following the current. So yeah, I think just making sure that you're not trying to force things to happen a certain way. That's definitely a big theme. So many of you might be kind of type A, where you want to know, like have a whole plan of how things are going to go, you know, what you're going to do, what the result's going to be, but just know you can't always control the results. So I think releasing your grip is definitely going to serve you better. You have the jack-o'-lantern. So some of you, I'm getting like Halloween, and this is kind of a symbol for autumn as well. So some of you might have started manifesting this in the fall, or this might be something that might come to fruition in the fall. So you might have kind of a bit of a wait. I'm feeling like for many of you, this might be something that's going to be a few months off. So just trust that things are still coming to you, even if you can't see any progress in the background. But I feel like you're going to start feeling things changing as well. So just try not to get caught up in the fear either. You have the shell purse here. So that just makes me think again of like not shrinking yourself to feel like you only deserve so much. Like try to expect the best for yourself. Make sure that you're not just hoping that you get something even if it's not right for you. Now these kind of got caught together. There we go. So we had the mask, and it landed kind of face down. It did flatten out a little bit. It used to be more curvy, so you could tell which side was face up and face down, but this one landed like a mask had been taken off. So I feel like this is you expecting the right thing for your authentic self. You're not feeling like, you're trying to manifest something that somebody else would be happy with but isn't right for you. So I think it's just reminding you to make sure that you are accepting only what feels right to you. Make sure it's resonating with you. And then you got the key. So I feel like a solution is here as well. And because these two got kind of hooked together, I am feeling like a big key to this situation and to things working out for you is making sure that you're being authentic with what you want, what you expect, and not kind of shrinking that to fit someone else's criteria for like the ideal situation. You have the tree here, so this makes me think of abundance, but also growth. And because I'm noticing all these branches right now, I'm feeling like that's another kind of emphasis on the endless possibilities. So I feel like many of you just feel like you don't have as many possibilities as you want, or you feel like just nothing you've found so far fits with you or fits what you want. And so I think this is saying you are going to have a lot more possibilities coming in, and you're going to have opportunities that just kind of pop up with each new decision you make. Like you kind of start traveling down one branch and then it branches off again and you have another choice to make, and you're just going to have tons of possibilities because of that. And just trust that those paths will keep opening up like the further you move. The more you move forward, the more paths will open up and the more you'll be able to see in each direction as well. Because I feel like right now you might be feeling like you're in a fog and you can't see what's 2 steps in front of you, but you just got to keep moving and you'll eventually be able to see again. You have the koi fish, so this always makes me think of just good luck. Again, you've got another message of good luck, so things working out for you, things are really going to turn out in your favor. I think you don't really even have to worry about if good things are coming your way, because they will. I just think you have to trust that it will come when the time is right. You have the moon and star. So again, just, believing in your dreams, making sure that you're not kind of shrinking those dreams to feel like they're more attainable. Dream big and just trust that it will work out in the best possible way for you. I think you might need to be reminded to have a little more fun right now as well, because that also like raises your vibration and kind of aligns you with more positivity and fun things coming your way. So just make sure that you're taking time out for you, have fun, take a break, do some things with friends, or, just do things you enjoy to kind of bring your energy up. And you have the crown here. So I feel like just trusting that you have sovereignty over your own life, being confident in your choices and trusting that you know the right path for you. And when those opportunities open up, trust yourself that you will make the right decision. I think many of you are feeling very burdened and very trapped because we have the pack mule here talking about just taking on too much, feeling burdened, and then we have the bird cage. So I feel like freedom is coming to you for sure. I just think you have to trust that things will work out, but just try not to kind of limit yourself again. I think many of you are feeling very limited, but just know the more you move forward, the more paths will open up. With the elephant, that makes me think just learn the lessons from your past. I think many of you might be the type to really dwell on your past and think about what you could have done differently or how things could have worked out better if you had made different choices, but doing that really doesn't help us. The only thing that we can do with our experiences from the past is learn from them and allow those experiences to now help us make better choices as we move forward. You have the angel of judgment here. So yeah, that makes me think again of just kind of answering the call from the universe and things coming up that just feel aligned with your soul. You're going to have to make a big choice that just to see if you're going to move forward. Everything that you've put out into the universe is going to come back and result in whatever you've been manifesting. So if you're really trying to manifest that ideal romantic relationship, you're going to have those opportunities come up and that's going to be put to the test. And then you have the feather. And that for me is any feather is like a sign or synchronicity for me. So you might be seeing like repeating numbers, or like animals might be coming up for you. You might have some spirit animals that always seem to kind of come up out of nowhere when you're not sure what to do. So just look out for signs that make you feel like you might be guided on your path. You know, if you're not really sure what route to take, or you're moving in one direction and you're not sure if it's right, you just get that reassurance that feels like, yep, you're in the right place right now. So just trust that. Even if all it is an intuitive nudge, trust your intuition, because it really does know best. So group 1, I hope that this resonates. I would love to hear if it does, so please leave me a comment below. If you enjoyed this, please like it and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I hope you have an awesome rest of your day, and I hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching. Hi group 2. So if you chose Rafiki, then this is your message. So we're going to start with your tarot and oracle and then do your charms at the end. So let's figure out what's happening for you behind the scenes. So for your tarot, you have the 3 of Cups, Death, and the 7 of Coins. So with the 3 of Cups, I feel like you're really trying to live a more joyful life. This also makes me think that you might have some friends who are working on something for you or trying to help you, and you maybe aren't seeing it, but I feel like you might be getting some new people coming into your life. With Death, that makes me feel like there's some big transformation happening for you here. I think one situation that is not right for you is currently ending, and it's opening up a new beginning for you. And I think pretty soon you're going to be able to kind of harvest the results. So with the 7 of Coins, that has to do with checking up on your progress and seeing if what you are working on is still worthwhile to you, kind of checking in with your sense of purpose and figuring out if you just need to wait a little longer to be able to harvest the results, or if it's time to move on. So I feel like many of you have been giving a situation a chance for a while, and you just feel like it's not really going anywhere. I feel like for most of you, this is something to do with either friendships or, you know, other relationships, something that you're trying to figure out if your life purpose is what it's meant to be. But I feel like overall, this is just something that you're trying to kind of, I feel like you know that this is ending, and you're wanting to find something that kind of resonates with your soul a bit more. And I feel like maybe it's been a long time coming. That's kind of the phrase that keeps coming up in my head, is it's a long time coming. So I want some more info, so let's get your oracle cards. So you have Rainbow Blessings. Blessings are showering your life. So that's an awesome card to get, because that's just saying everything will be okay. Anytime, especially that I see a rainbow, I just think like everything's going to be fine. It'll all be okay. So just know that blessings are coming to you. I think if this is an ending, even if it's a painful ending, I think you know that it's for the best. I think you're realizing that whatever this was is not serving you anymore. You're kind of ready for it to be done. This might be like toxic friendships is kind of what is really coming up the most for me. So I feel like for most of you, that might be what's going on, is you're just, whoever these people are, you're just done with them. You know, it's just draining you. You feel less energized after spending time with them, and you're just ready for that to be over. You have Unknown Territory. You are exactly where you need to be. So many of you might be doubting if you're in the right place, if you're doing the right thing. I feel like a lot of you are kind of second guessing yourself a lot and just going, oh, am I doing the right thing? Should I turn around? Should I go back? But this is saying, even though you don't know what's ahead of you, or you're just feeling way out of your element, this is right for you. You know this is where you're meant to be, and just trust and have faith that things are going to work out for you. You have Wizard of Awareness, number 3. So I feel like you are becoming more aware. I feel like many of you are maybe connecting a bit more with your intuition, and you're recognizing some things about your situation that maybe you were ignoring for a while, or you just didn't notice them, or like some information was being hidden from you, and now you're going like, okay, this is what reality is. What can I do about it? What should I do about it? What do I want to do about it? And you're really contemplating what you want to do, because now you're much more aware of what's going on around you. I think you're checking in with your intuition a lot more, and you're trusting that you're going to make the right decision, whatever this is. You have a burst of magic, number 48. So I think things are going to work out, and I think you might be surprised as to kind of what comes your way. I feel like you might be getting some little intuitive bursts as well that just feel like they come out of nowhere. I think you might be getting some blessings. Like, this is making me think of this rainbow blessings card. The blessings are showering your life and a burst of magic. So you might even be kind of in that mindset of like believing in magic a little bit more because things are just working out in like a weirdly wonderful way, like where it's just like super unlikely that things could have turned out like this, and now it's happening anyway, and you're just getting a little bit excited and pumped up about that. And I think that that's the motivation you need to move forward and to keep going on this path. And I think that's going to be reassurance for you that you are where you need to be and you don't need to really second guess yourself or change anything. You have heartbeat, number 49. So I do feel like many of you are really trying to figure out what you want to be doing. You might have been kind of altering your plans and trying to live your life according to somebody else's like schedule or according to someone else's desires for your life, and you're really trying to figure out like what makes your soul sing, if that makes sense. Like, that's kind of cheesy sounding, but really you want to figure out what makes you feel good, you know, what feels like it resonates with you, what gets your heart beating faster, you know, what excites you, just what feels right with your soul. You have your hard work is paying off, new moon in Capricorn. So I feel like many of you have been working hard at something and you're doubting like whether anything is going to come of it. Because with that 7 of coins, that talks about just not being sure if things are going to come of it, you know, kind of checking on your progress, feeling like it's slow. But this is just reassurance that your hard work is paying off. Whatever you've been working on will result in something great. So even if you're doubting yourself and wondering if you should change something or turn around, this is saying that you are where you need to be and things are going to work out. Just kind of have faith and don't try to rush the process either. I think many of you might be like trying to rush something to go faster than is natural, but just, I think, take a step back and really like pat yourself on the back for what you've achieved already. You have action, number 15. So I think many of you are going to be inspired to take action pretty soon. That's kind of making me think of this burst of magic card too, even though it's not identical colors, it's just a very similar energy to me. Just feeling like that burst where you're just like, yep, this is for me, and that makes you want to take action. So I feel like maybe there is some big opportunity coming to you, or some just like the right people are going to get like kind of plucked from obscurity and put in your life at the exact right time, and then you can take action on whatever this is. But I just feel like things are going to line up for you, and then it's up to you as to whether you're going to take this opportunity or not. You have transformation, number 26. And that's funny because transformation is generally one of the meanings of the death card here. So I do think that you are changing into who you feel like you're meant to be. I think you're shedding the old things that no longer serve you. And I do think for many of you, that's like the people around you, you know. If these people are not building you up, if they're draining you, if you feel like you've outgrown them, many of you might have like old school friends or something, and this is just like, you feel like you're on totally different wavelengths and you just don't have a lot in common anymore, and you're like, hey, should I still give it a chance? Or, you know, and maybe they're doubting what you want to do for a living or something like that, but this is saying you're transforming, you're evolving into who you're meant to be, so shed the old, you know, you don't need it anymore. You can kind of release what doesn't work for you. And then you have main male, number 1. So some of you might identify with this card. So this often represents like a male figure who's just right in the center of whatever the situation is. So this might be you, or this could be another figure in your life who's going to be important in getting you an opportunity, or like this might be like a boss or like a friend or something, or even an acquaintance who comes in and is like, hey, you seem like you would be perfect for this opportunity. Or this might be someone who is bringing in like the right people, like, hey, there's someone I want you to meet, you know. But I just feel like, not that this is always like the middleman card, but I just feel like there's one person who's going to just bring you the opportunity that you need, you know. It's just going to be unexpected, but they're just going to pull somebody in and be like, you know what, this is meant for you. And I just feel like that's something that they're getting kind of an intuitive nudge on as well when that happens, is that they're going to just want to bring whatever it is to you, like whether it's a job or like the right people. Because I feel like this group is probably a bit split. And both of those messages might resonate for you, that you're kind of moving on to a new friend group and also trying to figure out if this career path is going to work out for you or not. So yeah, so I think many of you do have like some important figure coming in, but I want to get your charms for some more kind of specific info. So we're using the heart to figure out what's in the heart of the situation. So hopefully that will give us some focus. Group 2, what's happening for you behind the scenes? Okay, so right in the center we have the heart with the stars. So this just makes me think of like following your dreams and again, following what your heart is telling you. I think with that, you had the heartbeat card, and that makes me think of like what feels right in your heart. So I do think for many of you, this is going to be some big dream that you have, and for some of you, this is going to be new people in your life. So I do think that it is, again, shedding the old and building your life into the new, just having new opportunities coming in. So for your letters, you have W and you have E, which obviously spells we. So I feel like you might be, maybe there is going to be like a group of people who are going to help you with whatever this situation is. So whether this is a new group that you feel like you can do things with, that you can work together with them. But it could also just be like having new friends coming into your life. I think, but either way, I think you are getting some new people, like either it's more concentrated on the old people that you're letting go of or the new people who are coming into your life. But either way, there's definitely some focus on a group of people who's significant to you. You've got the I love you symbol here. So I do feel like if this is like a group of people that you're bringing into your life, or if it's people that aren't showing you this, that you're trying to kind of get rid of, I feel like the right people who are just going to love you no matter what are coming in. I think if that's not something that you have right now, you are bringing those people in. And I think you want to have people like that in your life. Maybe you've been kind of envying other people around you who have those great groups of friends who are just, have each other's backs. And I think that's something that you might want deep down, and you just feel like, am I ever going to get it? Should I keep trying or not? But I think this is saying you're definitely going to bring that in. But it might take some time to kind of like ripen and come to fruition. But I do think that the right people are going to come in. I think the right people are going to surprise you. They might not be the people you expected, or you might meet them in kind of a bizarre way, especially if you have that kind of main male like introducing you. It might be just kind of out of nowhere, out of the blue, and just like a weird turn of events that was unlikely to happen. But also it might be like kind of into the summer when you meet these people. So just keep that in mind if you are wanting to know anything about the timing. But first, coffee makes me think, usually this has to do with motivation. So this might be, figure out what it is that gets you motivated to kind of keep going on this path that you're trying to get to grow. If this is like career oriented, but this also makes me think that for new friends, if you're trying to bring new people into your life, just have coffee first. Don't put too much pressure on yourself to like make a best friend. Don't be like latching onto people immediately. Just like have a coffee, see what you have in common, kind of keep it light and fun at the beginning. So you have the hanging skeleton here. So that makes me think of just like screwing yourself over. So I feel like, or like shooting yourself in the foot, I think is one of the terms that is often used. So just, I think for a long time you might feel like you've been the one to kind of sabotage your own happiness or your own success. And I think you're like done with that. You just don't want to keep doing that anymore. So I think that's why you are shedding some old patterns, old people. I think you're just trying to get rid of whatever is filling you with self-doubt instead of confidence. You have the crown here that says princess. So the crowns usually have to do with confidence for me, but the one that says princess makes me think of being treated like a princess. So having the right people in your life that you feel treat you like you deserve, or even better than you deserve. You might have some trouble accepting that this is what you deserve at the beginning because you're not used to people treating you so well. So just keep that in mind and try not to sabotage things because you feel like you're not deserving of this good treatment. You have the clothespin. So again, I feel like you're definitely attached to some situations or people and you're having maybe some trouble letting go of that, but I think you're realizing that once you let go, it's going to be much easier. I think that's going to kind of help you figure out what you want to do with your life, and I just feel like the right attachments are going to bring back that zest for life for you. I think whenever you felt really down on yourself, you often were around people who made you feel worse about things, and I think you're going to find the right people who make you feel better, and like when things are bad, things will be better again, that they're going to remind you that things can be good again. And when things are going well, they're going to be there to cheer you on and celebrate your success with you. You have the cat sitting on the moon here, so that always makes me think of just like waiting for your dreams to come true and waiting for like the stars to align. So I feel like you are in this kind of waiting period right now, just hoping that things will work out. I feel like you might be daydreaming about this a lot. Like maybe if you're even out with friends that you just feel don't resonate with you, maybe you're looking at like other groups of people who are laughing and having a good time, and then you turn back to your friends and they're complaining all the time, or they're trying to give you advice in a way that just doesn't work for you, or they're really not listening to you, or they don't really care what you have to say. But I just feel like keep hanging on to those daydreams, because I think a lot of the time that can kind of align you with what you want to come into your life, and you'll be surprised as to how things can change. You have another symbol of transformation here, so this goes along with that transformation and the death card, this butterfly here. So just know that you're evolving. Just because these people were your friends before, I feel like some of you might be having a hard time forgiving yourself for allowing those people in your life at all. And just trust that they were important for the lessons that you were learning. You don't have to judge your past self for what you needed at the time, but now you've ascended, you've evolved, you don't need that kind of energy anymore. So just trust that you can now move on. I do think things are going to be speeding forward for you quite soon, because this horse is really cruising. You can see his tail's like straight back, he's running. So that just makes me think of like forward movement and fast movement and just feeling free. So I think once you let this go, you're just going to feel lighter and not like weighed down by this anymore. I think you're just going to feel like, the world is your oyster and like anything is possible. And I think these people that are coming in to help you and be there for you are going to kind of help you feel that way again. Whenever you just get down on yourself, I think they're going to be there to boost your spirits. You have the turtle, so just kind of go with the flow. Know that it's going to be slow but steady. It might take a while for you to really click with some people, or even like just building these friendships might take time. So just give it the time it needs. Try not to rush. You have the knight here, so yeah, just again, more forward movement. I think things are going to be cruising for you soon. Just try not to rush too far. Like you don't want to be kind of in that flighty in and out energy. So just trust that things will take time to grow. But I do think that if you give it the time and nurturing it needs, it will grow into something wonderful. Because you have the like flower heart wreath here. So that just makes me think of giving like love and relationships time to grow. So yeah, just it's not going to happen overnight. You might really admire and like these people, but it's going to take time to build that trust. So that's kind of, I keep looking at that Seven of Pentacles card as well. So just know that it'll take time, but just trust that you're on the right path. Things are going to work out. But yeah, I think you've been dealing with a lot of like energy vampires for a while. Just people who drain you, make you feel bad about yourself, bad about your success or lack thereof, or whatever. I just feel like they always turn out making you feel worse about yourself than you came into the situation. You have the soda can here, so I do think that things have been building up, and pretty soon it's going to open up and just release all of that pressure. It just makes me think of when you shake up a soda can and then open it and it just goes everywhere. So I think that's just a lot of the time, I think what you feel like after you hang out with these people, it's just things build up and you just feel like you're going to explode in a bad way. But just know that if you are filled with like good feelings, if people keep kind of sending good vibes your way, when you explode, it's going to be exploding with love and joy and good feelings. So just kind of trust in that, just make sure that you're kind of refilling yourself with whatever energy you want in your life. You have the cheerleader here, if I can pick it up. So yeah, the cheerleader, I feel like these people are really going to be supportive of you. I think that's huge, is just I feel like you might be feeling like you lack support from a lot of people, and just know that these are going to be people who are just going to be there for you through thick and thin. They're going to be cheering on your successes and like rooting for you when things go badly. They're rooting for you that things will get better. They're going to remind you of that. I think things are going to be more peaceful. You might be in a group right now where there's just always conflict and drama and you just feel exhausted afterwards. And I think this is going to be a lot more peaceful and comfortable. But yeah, I think you're going to feel attached to these people, and not in like a codependent, unhealthy way, but you're just going to feel like, yep, these are the people I want to keep in my life. Because notice, this is the kind of bow that you can kind of loosen really easily. You can untie it if you just pull on the bow, but you know, you don't need them in your life, but man, you just feel better when they're there. So you're putting in the effort every day to really keep them around. You have the little devil face here, so that just makes me think of like toxic behaviors and toxic people, toxic patterns. So yeah, I think you're just done with having that kind of energy in your life. And then you have the geometric unicorn. So that just makes me think of building something unique to you, you know, unique friendships, putting just the people and the pieces into your life that you feel like are right for you, and not judging yourself based on what other people expect or want for you. So group 2, I hope that this resonates. I would love to hear if it does, so please leave me a comment below. If you enjoyed this, please like the video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I hope you have an awesome rest of your day, and I hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching. Hi group 3. So if you chose the book from The Princess Bride, then this is your message. So we're going to start with your tarot and oracle and then do your charms at the end. So let's figure out what's happening for you behind the scenes. So for your tarot, you have the Knight of Wands, Seven of Swords, and 10 of Cups. So I just have the feeling, like, I don't always get this for knights, but knights can often represent someone coming towards you, because the court cards in general can often represent people. I'm getting the feeling that someone is determined to come towards you. I think they're going to surprise you in some way with the Seven of Swords. That can be like deception or something unseen. So I feel like they're going to try to shock you or surprise you. You might be kind of skeptical of them or like worried that they're trying to deceive you in a bad way. But with the 10 of Cups here, I think things are going to turn out really well. I think you're going to be surprised as to how happy you are with the result, but something really positive is coming your way. But I think that this is like an ally who you're not expecting, is kind of the vibe that I'm getting, is that you're not expecting this person to like come your way and have your back, but I think you are going to be pleasantly surprised. So for your oracle, you have fellow travelers, support is all around you. So yeah, I definitely feel like this is really about like someone coming your way and like having your back and you didn't expect them to be there, because support is all around you. Obviously you've got spirit guides having your back as well, but I think in this case this is like an actual person who is coming your way, who's really determined to have your back and like kind of just stand up for you and be on your side. And I think you might become friends with this person. If you're not already, I feel like this might be somebody that you kind of know, or like someone at work that you don't know them that well or something, but I just feel like you definitely have a lot more support than you think you do. You have commitment, number 36. Okay, so this could be somebody romantic who you're not expecting, like maybe somebody that you don't have like a great first impression of, and not necessarily in like you have a bad first impression of them, but you could just not have like a really good understanding of who they are. Like you might just not be able to kind of read them very well. But this is saying that there's a possibility of commitment. So either this could just be somebody who's got your back no matter what, but I feel like for many of you this might be something romantic coming your way. Like maybe this is like your next partner if you're single, or just somebody who just really wants to have your back, or like someone who wants to be a business partner for you, something like that. You have great and full, number 4. So this makes me think very much of the 10 of Cups, like just that emotional fulfillment, feeling really good. I think overall this person's going to make you feel really good. I think they're determined to do something that makes you happy, but I think this card also speaks about making sure that you are filling up your own cup and that you are feeling good just by yourself before you really enter into a commitment with somebody. So just kind of keep that in mind. That might resonate for some of you, to just make sure that you're taking care of yourself as well and not fully depending on someone else for your emotional needs to be fulfilled. But overall, I do think that that's mostly about just how you'll feel around this person, how they're going to try to make you feel. And you have exposed and revealed, number 21. So yeah, for many of you, this does seem like this might be somebody who's really into you and you didn't expect it, and this is like a total shock to you. Like almost, I'm getting like the word shock more than surprise. Like it's not that it's unpleasant, but like you just would never in your wildest dreams have ever thought that this person was into you or wanted to be around you or wanted to support you in any way. So I think this might be something that's just really shocking, and I think they're probably going to reveal how they feel or what they're thinking about you, and you're just going to be like, what? Like it's just going to be like, it's going to take you a second to really understand what's going on because it's so surprising. You have GPS, number 15. So I think you'll be able to tell too from your inner guidance, like you might be skeptical of this person at first, but I think you'll be able to tell if what they're saying is genuine. So just keep in mind, like just connect with your intuition and make sure that you're kind of checking in with yourself and that you're not like sabotaging things because you're doubtful that someone would like you or that this person would like you just because they haven't shown anything. I think you're going to know kind of what route to take and, you know, trust in yourself to go the right direction for you as well. Like if you want to accept this person or you don't, just keep that in mind. Then you have a time to give rather than take, new moon in Virgo. So I feel like, I mean, usually I take this as like you giving to somebody else rather than accepting help from someone. But in this case, I feel like this is this person saying, you know what, this is my turn to give to you. I want to kind of pamper you and treat you well, because I feel like you might be the type to give to everybody else around you. And this person's like, you know what, this person is never getting anything back, so I want to be the one to support them and help them and do something nice for them. So I feel like, you know, if you're watching this when I post, Valentine's Day is coming up, so this person might even like give you flowers on Valentine's Day, and you're like, whoa, where did that come from? You know, you might even get like secret admirer kind of stuff coming in, and you're trying to figure out who it is, that kind of thing. But I think this person really wants to do something nice for you, give to you, whether that's like a physical gift or just giving you support and love and, you know, an ear to listen. You have the masculine, and it says lunar god, number 42. So, yeah, for many of you, I think this is like a masculine coming forward, and that doesn't necessarily have to correlate with their the gender that they identify as. It can just be like that active energy. So I feel like whoever this is, it's just the person coming forward, the person who's going to initiate things. So, yeah, I feel like a lot of you have somebody who's initiating. So if this is just like a friendship situation, which I feel like most of you, it's going to be romantic, but for some of you, it might just be like a really close friendship. They're going to be the one to be like, hey, let's hang out, you know, let's do something. But I do feel like this is just someone who really wants to be around you, wants to support you, wants you in their life. So yeah, just keep that in mind. You might even have somebody kind of in mind that you're like, no, it can't be them. And then, you know, you're just surprised. But I feel like whatever this is, it's just going to feel like unreal to you because it's going to be so surprising. You have number 50, the observer. So this person, I think, has been watching you, and that makes it sound like they're watching you in a creepy way, but not necessarily. I think just this person has taken notice of you. You know, they might have like creeped on you on social media or something, but I feel like overall they just like notice when you walk by, or they like kind of hear you say stuff and they're like, man, I just really want to get to know that person. Or, you know, they're trying to kind of figure out what makes you tick and what you like so that they can do something that you'd actually like and not, you know, give you something that you would hate or that you wouldn't get use out of or something. I just feel like they really want to get to know you kind of from afar so that they can do the right thing for you at the beginning. And that just know that this isn't like a stalker situation. This is just someone really trying to do the right thing for you. You know, they want to make sure that they do something for you that you would appreciate, you know, not do something for you that you're going to be like, wow, that really doesn't, you know, fit with my personality, or, you know, I don't really enjoy that kind of thing, but thank you anyway. You know, they want to make sure that you adore this. And then you have number 12, privileged lady. So because we have kind of like the masculine and feminine here, I feel like this person feels not good enough for you. I feel like they really admire you. There might be like a class situation here where you are like a higher class than them or make more money or something like that, but I think it's more just how this person sees the two of you, that they see themselves as a lot more like rough around the edges and kind of down to earth, but not necessarily having a lot to offer. And so I think that's why they're really trying to figure out what you like, so that they have something to offer you that you would like, even if they don't have a lot of money or they don't have resources to give you what you really want. But I just think that they see you as this like I think they're kind of putting you on a pedestal, and they're just admiring you so much that they really want to just do something that makes them feel worthy. They want you to see them as worthy of you. I think that's really what this is about. So yeah, group 3, we're going to get your charms now for some more info and more specific info. So we're going to use the heart to figure out what's in the heart of the situation and kind of figure out a little bit of a focus for this. So group 3, what's happening for you behind the scenes? Okay. So in the heart, we have the pliers. So this always makes me think of like pulling out things that don't serve you anymore, and it might be like a painful kind of situation, but I feel like what this is talking about in this situation is this person is really trying to tell you how they feel, and like it's a struggle for them to get that out of them. You know, maybe they're the type that really doesn't open up to anyone, and so like getting them to talk is like pulling teeth. Like that's the phrase that keeps coming to mind, is it's like pulling teeth. So I feel like they're really like kind of keep things close to the vest. They really don't like to say how they feel, but in this situation they really want to tell you how they feel because they just feel like they're going to burst otherwise. We've got the shooting star here, so that's like a wish come true, and I think just like a unique opportunity coming your way that you didn't expect. So I feel like if you've been hoping for like your ideal partner or something, this could be them. I don't want to say any guarantees, obviously, and everyone's situation is different, but I think that this person could be a very surprisingly good match for you. You do have the number 24, so that might be a significant number or date, so maybe the 24th could be significant for many of you, so just maybe keep that date in mind. If you're watching this when I post, it'd be the 24th of February would be the next 24th coming up, so you've got the word forever, so I feel like this person maybe has been watching you forever, or they want to be with you forever, like they've just been kind of admiring you, and there's a lot of like energy and feelings kind of building up, and they just feel like they're going to burst if they don't say it. We do have the toxic energy here, so there might be something toxic about the situation, or this person feels toxic, feels not good enough for you. That's really more what I'm getting, is I don't think this person is toxic, because we really weren't getting that from any of the cards. I think it's more they don't feel good enough for you, and they're feeling like they're going to bring you down with their energy. You have the like boy and girl in the heart here who look like they're like kissing or getting like romantic with each other. So I do feel like this might be like a Valentine's Day oriented thing as well. That's not always like a Valentine's Day charm for me, but it's just like a very stereotypical kind of image of like cute little like beginning of a romance kind of situation. So I feel like, yeah, they're definitely wanting to start something with you. I think they're okay taking things slowly, but I think their feelings are a lot more intense than they have been letting on, or than they will let on to you at the beginning. We do have the eye here. So yeah, that makes me think that they have been watching you. They've been trying to observe you and kind of see what you're into. And because we've got like the little boy here, this person could be either younger than you or less mature, or just feel again like they're not good enough for you. Like you're this queen and they're just a kid. You know, they're not good enough. They're just kind of they don't have enough to offer. That's really what I'm getting. And yeah, the flower in the bubble always makes me think of someone like putting you on a pedestal. Like they just see this little bubble around you, like nothing can touch you, like you're perfect. You know, that's what I keep getting in my head, is like you're perfect, you're perfect. So I feel like this person might be putting you on a pedestal and like wanting to make sure that they don't like bring down your energy with their energy. You know, I think that they just look down on themselves so much, and I think that's the most toxic thing about them, is how they talk about themselves and how they see themselves. So just beware of that, because that can sometimes set up like an uneven power dynamic if somebody's got one person on a pedestal, and you know, people can take advantage of that. So just keep that in mind. We have the sun coming out from behind the clouds, so that makes me think of just things getting better. So I feel like maybe what happens initially is like you've been going through a rough time, and this person notices and really wants to help you kind of come out of that. So they're really wanting to help the sun come out again for you. And yeah, with this empty basket, I feel like they feel like they want to give you tons of abundance and they just don't have enough. They just keep thinking that, like, I have nothing to give you. I have nothing to offer you. With the palm trees here, that makes me think of taking a break, or like taking a vacation. But I just feel like this might be like that you just need a break and this person wants to give you a break. They want to kind of help you recharge and refresh yourself. And with the donut, I think they want to treat you to something too. They want to give you something special just that would boost your mood a little bit, just like indulge in something a little. And with the binoculars, again, I think they definitely have been watching you. They've been kind of observing like what you don't like. I think they really just want to get to know you better. That's really the feeling I'm getting, is that they don't want to watch you from afar. They just want to get to know you as a person. And with the binoculars, since those can see a distance, I think this person sees this situation potentially going the distance with you, and with that forever as well. I think that they see that this could potentially be long term and that they don't want to let this opportunity slip through their fingers. We have the koi fish as well, and that has to do with good luck. So I think that this could really turn out. I feel like there's so much like good luck coming your way. I think emotional fulfillment could be here with this person. I think they really want to provide that for you, and they're going to do whatever it takes to bring that to you. But just, I think if you're doubting, like, oh, could this make me happy or whatever, I think just keep an open mind and see what happens. See if something comes of this, because I feel like this could make you surprisingly happy. You have the little heart that's got the spinner, that says I heart you, and it's like supposed to kind of spin around, but it's always obviously like pointing at the yes. So I think this person wants to like ask you how you feel about them. They want to see if you're going to say yes. I think it's going to crush them, or they feel like it's going to crush them if you say no. I mean, that doesn't mean you can't, obviously. You don't have to worry about that, but just I think that they really are hoping that you'll say yes, and that's why they've been kind of checking up on you and observing you, is that they really want to kind of raise their chances of doing something that would make you feel good, and they're not doing it just so they have a chance with you, but they just really want you to feel cared for and cared about. I think they're really wanting to show you how much they support you and have got your back already, even if you like wouldn't anticipate that from them. You have the car, which makes me think of the Chariot card in tarot. So that has to do with forward movement, overcoming obstacles to achieve a goal. But in order to do that, you have to make sure that your head and heart are aligned to move towards the same goal, and like really, but then once you do that, you just cruise on like through, you can achieve anything if you're on the same page, if your head and heart are on the same page. So I think that's just saying, like, think about this, make sure that you're like, whatever this is happens, make sure that you are kind of checking in with yourself. If you're feeling kind of split as to what you want to do, take a break, just recharge and contemplate it a bit. You can take time to really figure out what you want. But I think this is saying this could really go the distance if that's what you want, and if both of you want the same things as well. You have sing, so there might be like a musical connection here. This person might even like want to sing something to you if they're musical. And I don't know why I'm feeling like a few of you, this isn't going to resonate with everybody, but some of you might even do like karaoke or something for a date, because we've got crazy and sing, and that just makes me think of like how people get like goofy, and if you're drinking when you do karaoke, it can be like a really good time, and I feel like sometimes it just makes you laugh so hard that you like ache. So I'm just feeling like this person maybe has a surprisingly, like, not wild side, but like a goofy side to them. So I just feel like keep that in mind, that they might just be the type to really make you laugh, and that they want to do something to really kind of boost your spirits as well. But otherwise, I feel like this, there's just a lot of joy here, because singing also makes me think of joy and just really kind of embracing that positive energy and feeling good. And crazy makes me think that this person is also just crazy about you. So I do feel like this person knows you a bit, but they really want to get to know you better, and you maybe don't know them so well, just because they don't really open up to anybody. And then we have the the wine right next to the grapes. So I don't get that combo coming out together very often. So to me, that just makes me think like there's the raw material already there for like a really great relationship, but you have to do the work and like let it sit, you know, let it build over time for it to turn out and turn into something wonderful, you know, but I feel like the potential is there. You know, you've got the raw ingredients to create something amazing from this, but you just have to give it the time, put in the work, that kind of thing. So just keep that in mind. And then you have the little like Totoro here, which always makes me think of just being kind of tentative to come forward, you know, like being like wholesome and kind of innocent. Like this person I don't think is the type to really just want to hook up with you or like just have like another conquest under their belt, if that makes sense. Like they really do have honorable intentions. They want to move towards you and like make you happy. I think that's maybe what's holding them back from making a move already, is that they want to do what's right for you. They don't want to just come forward because they want it. They've been like kind of fighting with themselves, wondering if, you know, if you're going to take this well, if it's going to mess things up, you know, if you're going to feel bad about it. They really are fighting with themselves over that. But I think they are going to come forward, or at least most of them are. So just keep that in mind. I think, but they do have good intentions. This is not like a manipulative or negative situation. So group 3, I hope that this resonates. I would love to hear if it does, so please leave me a comment below. If you enjoyed this video, please like it and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I hope you have an awesome rest of your day, and I hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching.